It is absolutely preposterously, mind-bendingly wrong.
He's old, he's bold, and he's got a lot to say. This is Angry Mortgage Podcast.
Well, it's a really fuckastrophe. Yeah, it's like the stupidest fucking decision to disintegrate taxpayer money. What is it? It's the decision to bail out, and it's a bailout. Don't they said a lot of fucking meaty mouthed words and fucking weasel shit about this, but what it is, it's a bailout of condo developers in British Columbia. Yeah, that's what the federal government. Mark Carney flies to Vancouver. Going to take in a soccer World Cup game. Yeah, God bless Canada World Cup game. Carney's there. It was a big win, 6-0. Woo! But the other reason he was there was to announce, didn't call it a bailout, to announce a bailout of BC condo developers. Now, this thing is so awful, it is beyond words. And naturally, I'm going to use some words, but naturally, you're not going to hear much about it from mainstream media. That's going to be sort of, and the word bailout will not appear anywhere in mainstream media. Let's examine what it is. We've got the federal government, and by the way, to be fair, these funds were set aside a long time ago. When the budget was set this year, there was a massive multi-billion-dollar fund set up to deal with the slowdown in construction in Canada, the slowdown in residential construction in many parts of Canada. It's fine. It was in the budget. Budget's approved. So the money's there. It's how you use it becomes the question. So in Ontario, they used it to remove, do a holiday of HST. There's an HST rebate, all the HST in new construction. Okay, fine. But in BC, for whatever fucking reason, with the consultation with Dave Evy's provincial government, they decided we're going to buy 2,200 unsold, unoccupied condo units and do something with them to do with social housing or low rent housing or something with them that's positive for the community. But it's a lot more fucking positive for the developers who are stuck with 2,200 units they cannot sell. So this is the fuckery of what this thing is. This is privatizing profits because fuck knows condo developers have minted money. They have been swimming in money for the last 15 years, okay? And they bought Ferraris. They bought multiple mansions across the world, okay? They were fucking rich, okay? And then they weren't because they did the classic business cycle mistakes of overbuilding, overpricing, just assuming that, well, we'll just keep raising the price because there'll be a new group of morons will come around and buy this ridiculously priced condo and we'll all make money, okay? And eventually that craps out. And some of these developers are wise and they, kind of got out of it or pulled back sooner. And some are fuckwits and just kept on assuming, yeah, just get people who just pay more forever, just pay ridiculous prices that make absolutely no fucking sense. We'll just keep building those, okay? Those guys should go into receivership. Now, some have gone into receivership, okay? And one guy, there's a famous guy out in the West Coast in Vancouver named Thind, Thind, Thind Developments, and he went broke as fuck. Like, they took his own personal homes away from him. Like, he is really fucking broke. And I'm sure he's going to ask a few questions. If I were him and is homeless or got kicked out of my own house, I would ask, like, why did you pick these guys? Why couldn't you have started buying these 2,200 extra units sooner? Why did I have to go broke? But set that aside. This is a real classic of privatizing the profits, like the developers who made tons of profits, keep those profits, and then the losses are going to be socialized. The government is going to bail out the developers by buying 2,200 units they can't sell. Okay. Now, good idea. Oh, for social housing, yeah, low rent housing, it's going to be great. People are going to love it. But the developers are loving it the most. Okay. And this makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense for taxpayers
to bail out developers in British Columbia. Like if you're a taxpayer in Manitoba, Quebec, Saskatchewan, Alberta, like, when you think about this, would you be scratching your head right now? Like, wait a second, hold on a minute. So it's my tax dollars going to the federal government are now going to be used to buy condos that developers can't sell in BC. Why? Why the fuck would that happen? Like, what fucking sense does that make? Okay. It doesn't make any sense, but it's clothed in the concept that, oh, we're helping the construction industry come back to life, because the construction industry in Ontario and in British Columbia have been pretty much dead as doornails. They've been dead. It's been not just, it's over. It was shut for a couple of years now. And yes, that's a terrible, terrible thing to honest construction workers who all they ever did was show up and work. Okay. They weren't involved in all the fuckery of overpricing the product through the roof until it finally blew up. That was the developers. Okay. But the construction worker, they take it on the chin because they're out of work. Okay. And government says, well, for Dave Eby and Carney said, well, we've got to get these guys back to work. Just find a way, suck up some of this excess inventory. Except the people you help the most are the fucking developers, which is fucking crazy. This makes no sense. There had to be some other way to do it. There had to be. Okay. Like you can say, oh, Ron, you don't understand the whole program. I don't need to understand the whole program. I only need to think about the 2,200 unsold units developers are stuck with that are going to be acquired. There's going to be a money exchange. Okay. That's all I need to think about. I don't need to think about anything else. Just that. Okay. And that's wrong. It is absolutely preposterously, mind-bendingly wrong for the taxpayers of Canada to buy one single unit, unsold, can't sell, stuck with condo unit from condo developers. It's fucking crazy.